If you ever had felt insecure or dissatisfied with yourself at some point, I want you to please raise your hands. Okay, that's totally normal, because we live in a world where it seems that everyone is constantly seeking validation from others. Now, let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and truly appreciated the person in front of you? And I don't mean a quick check of your outfit or your hair. I mean actually stopping, see the person behind the reflection. Maybe you do it all the time, or maybe it's been days, months, years, or maybe never. And I know self-love, it's a very common theme we've all heard before. Just by seeing the title of the presentation, you might have said, "Oh my God, another talk about self-love." But I'm not here to tell you things you've already know or you have already heard, like love yourself the way you are or just ignore the bad comments. Because let's be honest, how many times have everyone heard that? And most importantly, does it really help? Today I'll talk to you about how the self-love can help you to start a journey of growth. And I will start with who am I? Since I can remember, I've always tried to hide who I truly am, because I've never felt confident physically or emotionally. As you could see in the images above, whenever I had to show myself to the world, I'd rather to appear behind objects, covering my face, or hide silently in the shadows. I must confess, I reached a rock bottom moment. And I realized that when one day I was thinking and said to me that because of my low self-esteem, I didn't took many opportunities or many things I would like to do it because I have fear. Now, why am I here? When I first found out I had the opportunity of delivering a TED Talk, I had serious doubts about whether I should do it or not. But then I realized that a TED Talk was a challenge, but also something that could help me in my healing journey. And for you to get my point why self-love is the fuel to start making changes, I prepared some examples for you and showing how I use the self-love as fuel to make changes in my life. And the first one are pictures. I had really difficult experiences with pictures. Since ever someone took me one, I rapidly turned around to avoid seeing how I appeared on it, because I wasn't confident about myself. Even I had photos like this ones. At the first moment, I really didn't give it much importance to that until I reached an age where it seems like the photos are something essential in the lives of the peoples. Teenagers love to show who they are to the world. And I remember many times where my friends are like, picture, picture. And I'm like, no, please. And for the parents, it's like an obsession. And believe me, I know it better than anyone else. So there wasn't a way to save myself from the pictures. So what I'm starting to do in it is to look in the mirror and start thinking about what I didn't like about myself, why I cannot see me in the pictures. And then I start improving and practicing those things. As you see, it's not just accept who you are. It's about identifying what bothers you and then start making some changes. The second example I have to you is my participation at the school band. I've been part of the school band since I'm in 6th grade. And as every child at their 10 years old, I admired my leaders, and I wished to become one when I grew up. And then, when the opportunity of being a leader is presented to me in 10th grade, I didn't take it. Because of my low self-esteem, I lost a great opportunity, something I still regret nowadays. But I took that year to start learning about the self-love and to taking chances. And now, 1 year later, I decided to apply, take the exams, and after a very long process, and as a result of my effort, now I'm the third leader of a very large group with a lot of potential. But what I want to say by telling you this story, even though I already achieved my goal of becoming a leader, I didn't stop there. What I do now, being a leader, is still learning more things. I'm learning things like patience, commitment, and leadership. So, I hope you'll understand me. It isn't about just stuck at one point. It's to also still improve the things you don't like. The self-love, it's the energy you have to use to make real changes for your life, just as a water for a tree or the fuel for a car. And if you're ready to take that next step, here I have 3 things to propose you for you to start doing it nowadays and reach the change you want. The first one is acknowledge what needs to be changed. And this means honest self-reflection. You don't have just to look for strengths. You also have to ask yourself questions like, where am I holding myself back? What habits do I need to break? The second one is give yourself opportunities. Do that thing you're scared of. Take many chances as you can. And start doing things you think you're capable to do. The last one is to take small steps, because you don't have to change your life overnight. It's not that easy, because it's not just with one action or just one decision. It's a process. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I promise you. You have to take small steps, one at a time, at your own steps. I really don't know if someone here in the audience needs to hear this, but if you did, I really hope that I help you take that next step. Self-love, it's powerful. It teaches us that we're enough as we are, but it also teaches us that we can be even more. So start taking self-love as the fuel for reach the real change you want in your life. Thank you.